STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel.
Champion.
Double up.
Yes, sir.
Look at the new setup. Just
Boom.
take a moment to gander, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think of the new setup. New year, new us. We're very excited about this.
Champion.
Of course, not only do we enjoy talking about Bitcoin, we also enjoy the craft of creating the content itself. This is why we invest to improve our setup. I like it. What do you think?
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think in the comments. If you don't like it, nothing will probably change, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, listen, man. Thank you all for rocking with us all 2022. Here we are, 2023, top of the year. And I think that in times like this, it's good to just recalibrate. Go back to basics. First principles, as some people who look smart would like to call it.
Hello.
And when I talk about the basics, I'm just talking about the basics of why we do this in the first place. There's a lot of distraction currently in the space, FTX and so on and so forth. Yes, and so on and so forth.
And
right?
the Ponzi schemes.
But these things are not why we are here. We are here for a multifaceted revolution, one that we've never seen before. No one has seen this before.
Well, we are saying it now.
Right? We're experiencing it. We're living it, right? Bitcoin is what we're talking about. A multifaceted revolution unlike anything we've ever seen before. So in this video, we're going to be exploring some of the ways that Bitcoin is revolutionizing our society, the financial system as it is.
Yep. Technology.
Technology as well. Take it away, sir.
Yeah. So number one on the list is the financial industry.
Right.
Right. Bitcoin is making a killing in that space.
Absolutely.
And not in a violent way, as a matter of fact. It's not in a violent way. Bitcoin is getting you to get back to realizing your value, to not being a modern day slave, to allow you to store your own value, to escape those banking fees.
Absolutely.
You know, to revolutionize finance, to change the way you think about money. Bitcoin is doing exactly that. But you know what the problem is?
What's that?
Bitcoin turned $1 to $90,000 for some people. And people started thinking, oh, Bitcoin is this big way to make money real quick.
Right.
Folks are learning the hard way, man. Bitcoin is not a money, it's not a
Get
fast
rich
money
quick.
make. Yeah, you know, it's not to get rich.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
No, listen. There is no such thing as getting rich quick. I
No.
think that at this point in time, we can all agree to that. I mean, most people who get rich quick end up wrecking. Look at Sam Bankman-Fried if you don't believe me.
Leverage, derivative, and BlockFi.
Scamming. It's just what it was. Straight up scamming, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree. It's definitely been a massive run for those who adopted the technology very early. And for those who get in now, right? I think being able to hodl, this is what the hodl culture is all about. Holding onto those Bitcoins onto the point where you just can't be touched. Essentially, is what it is.
It's about the concept, not about getting rich quick.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that comes with it, as we speak. So the other thing is going to be privacy and security. Currently, the traditional system, as we see it, we know that third parties, hold on to your information, share your information. In a let's say for things like Google, Amazon, and so on and so forth, your information is being collected, does not even belong to you, sold to other people. Right, they make profits on your data.
Facebook somebody.
Exactly, right. And there's been, this is not something that is new. We have seen multiple documentaries about this even, and it's just straight facts that if you are not creating a product, or if you're just using the product, or if you're getting it for free, rather, then you are the product. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Right. And so that's what we've seen with the current setup. At least where the current system has taken us to. And Bitcoin is changing that by bringing back a level of it's not 100% anonymous as you use Bitcoin. It's pseudonymous, but the model of how this works allows people to be able to still protect their information. Right, you're just looking at addresses on the blockchain, and yes, you can use analytic tools to track things forever, but at the same time, I think it still puts us in that place where we're able to work to protect our
Share
identity.
when you want to share.
Exactly, to protect our identity as
on
well.
your own data, right?
Absolutely. So I think that is one of the ways that Bitcoin is changing the society as we know it, the current system, with this decentralization.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that kind of flows to the next topic, which is technology.
Right.
Bitcoin is changing technology as we know it. The internet came to revolutionize the world, right?
Right.
And before we know it, the internet was taken over. Web 2.0, as you can see.
Yeah.
Everything is in the cloud, but all your data is owned by a few people.
This is true.
And like you were saying earlier with the old privacy concepts, you don't own your data anymore. They get to share your data whenever they want to.
Absolutely.
So now with this thing called the blockchain, which is what Bitcoin is built on, you can now finally have a model in which this data is stored, and it's a ledger that is publicly shared across multiple systems. But the funny part is that it's way more secure than the centralized cloud configurations that we have today.
I mean, we could just take a simple look at things. A good example. If we were to ask, how many times Bitcoin has been hacked, versus how many times any centralized entity, right? I mean, let's take a look at LastPass, right? That is
the security of the security for
exactly,
securing your password,
right? That is supposed to be top level. It's never supposed to be hacked, but it has been hacked. If we look at things like Ethereum, which is supposed to be the blockchain that takes out Bitcoin. I don't know if you saw, by the way, the World Economic Forum. They recently released an article. I don't have it, but one day we'll pull it up. I said one day we'll pull it up, like it's a lot of work to pull up an article. But they recently released an article saying, if that blockchains and Bitcoin can be the future, right? Can be a critical piece of the financial future if it is handed over to more established entities.
Isn't
it can be regulated.
Is it not the established entity that have us all enslaved?
Listen, man, these guys are...
Come on, explain further.
Listen, I don't want to roast these guys, okay? They have enough juice.
That was interesting.
Yes. It's just, look, these guys I think that they're going to be losing for sure. But, it's just interesting and really mind-blowing to see the level of audacity that they have.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Because now I'm connecting the dot. I read an article this morning when I woke up.
Okay.
That the World Economic Forum is trying to, during the next meeting, they're going to be working on their strategy for fixing misinformation.
Misinformation.
But the question is, who's providing the misinformation?
Why is that your mission, though?
It's about to be an agenda in the next meeting.
Yeah. I don't think anyone needs to explain to anyone what misinformation is, because people are smart enough. Human beings are smart enough. I think that when you see something that is maybe misinformation, it's up to you to do your own research. You cannot police information and determine what is true or false. That is just, right away, that goes off the rails, right? So, good luck to them on that one. Yeah.
Misinformation.
Moving on.
Bitcoin and the social impact.
Yes.
I think we kind of hinted to this at the beginning of this conversation.
Absolutely.
On how Bitcoin is revolutionizing money. Because when you fix money,
right,
you fix everything. Money fixes everything.
I'd agree.
A good example would be, hey, you want to travel to Turkey tomorrow, where inflation is super high. And the social impact that is going on in Turkey, for example, is at a very high, tough level where people are trying to find a way to hold their value and still transact globally.
Of course.
But once you have a currency that allows you to transact, not in a high inflationary environment, but globally, that fixes a lot of social problems. People can eat, people can pay for their education, people can pay for products and services. If you look at all these, the farmers' riots, the truckers' riots, all these different riots that you see, those are all social issues that arise out of money issues.
This is true. And at the same time, we saw Bitcoin play a very different role from what, we're used to seeing, right, in the traditional system, in those situations, whether it is giving people a way to have that full control of their money, right, not being frozen by these centralized systems. And of course, like you said, using it as a way to exit the fiat system, especially during times of hyperinflation. And I think the use cases in Africa are non-stop, right? Just having that ability to transact with anyone across the globe instantly using Bitcoin I think that cannot be overstated. So that is I think that's a very powerful one, for sure.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts or anything else that you can think of here?
This list goes on and on.
Yeah.
But we try to get this education or education, like to call it,
Yes.
short so that you guys understand it. We kept it to those little simple ones. We just want you guys to think about it. That okay, do you actually understand the fiat system and the money that you're using today? And is there a need to fix it? Once you start looking at the specific topics that we've just mentioned today, you start thinking, so what is this Bitcoin of a thing?
Right.
And that is why we call it a multifaceted revolution. Without war, without violence, there is this technology out there that is giving you back your value, that's giving you back your freedom. And you just need to realize that, number one, you don't have the freedom. You need to realize that. And then once you see the solution, then it makes sense. You're not investing or buying Bitcoin because you want to get rich quick. It's because you want to be able to store your value and your time back and get it back for yourself.
Absolutely. Taking back control of your own finances. Financial freedom.
Yep.
Financial sovereignty. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments. What are your thoughts? Obviously, there are probably some things that we did not talk about, but mention it in the comments and we'll be sure to engage with everyone on those. Until next time, follow us on our social media platforms. Okay, centralized platforms down below. STAKK,
all the STAKK fins out there,
all the stacks out there, you know. Yes.
Yeah.
And until next time, brazen out.
Double O.